Howdy folks, my name is Richard Procopio, aka Otter, and I'm back for another Guild Wars 2 patch preview for Massively.com. The Bazaar of the Four Winds patch is going to arrive on servers Tuesday, July 9th, and it brings with it a host of new content and changes for the game. One of the big features of this patch is a new area to explore called the Labyrinthine Cliffs. You can get there by taking a boat from Lion's Arch, but you can see it is part of the world map. It's all the way out here on the east side, so once you unlock the waypoints, you can just teleport there if you wish. Now, this area is home to the Bazaar of the Four Winds, and this is where merchants and shady characters converge to sell their wares. They're not going to always be there, they come and go. And what's special about this time is the Zephyr Sanctum is actually there. This is a large sailing, flying ship populated by a Zen-like people called the Zephyrites. They spend most of their time aloft in the clouds and have learned to master wind, sun, and lightning skills, which they store in magical crystals. Now, there's a whole bunch of vendors that are scattered throughout this area, and they want to trade terrestrial items, stuff that you find, crafting materials and such that you find on the land interior, and they'll trade you for these crystals and stuff like that because they don't have access to it while they're living in the clouds. So you can see that there are vendors here, and you can trade bulk amounts of terrestrial materials. In exchange, you get Zephyr Sanctum supply boxes. These boxes contain new trade skill recipes, which include uses for charged quartz crystals. You can find quartz nodes throughout the zone, and you can also unlock a daily resource node in your home instance after you complete the meta achievement for this release. Taking 25 quartz crystals to a place of power, like a skill point location that you can commune with, this will charge up the quartz crystal and make it useful in the recipe. But keep in mind you can only charge up a crystal once per day. Another new item in the game is a Kite Fortune, which gives you a random boon for 10 minutes and also gives you a verbal fortune.
Please direct attention here.
Good luck to you. Perhaps one day, the glory associated with your name will ring out above all the others.
Using the fortune also gives you fortune scraps, which can be used on vendors to get a new headpiece in the style of the sun, lightning, and wind. And also new back items, Sun Catcher, Lightning Catcher, and Wind Catcher. If you're lucky like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, you can get yourself a Golden Fortune Scrap, and these can be used on the vendor to acquire one of these items for just a single ticket.
I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket.
As you walk around the Bazaar and the Zephyr Sanctum, you'll notice that there are some areas you just can't get to. That is, of course, unless you interact with the Sun, Lightning, and Wind crystals, which give you special abilities. The Sun crystal allows you to do Light Dash to get through water barriers. The Wind skill gives you Assisted Leap, which allows you to get to higher places. And the Lightning Crystal gives you the Lightning Pull ability, which allows you to do a tethered jump to another lightning station, or do a ground-targeted lightning maneuver to the area of your choice. You will use these newfound movement abilities to engage in a scavenger hunt to find Sky Crystals, which are scattered throughout the new area. Finding 40 of the 52 hidden Sky Crystals will grant you the Lessons from the Sky achievement, which rewards you with a miniature model of the Zephyr Sanctum. Once you have mastered the movement skills of Sun, Lightning, and Wind, it's time to head over to the Sanctum Sprint. This is a competitive race/obstacle course that'll send you flying over barriers and trying to get power-ups before your enemies do. Running over crystals during the race helps restore your endurance so you can use more special powers, and running over the barrels has a chance to give you a random power-up. Just like in Mario Kart, if you're towards the front of the pack, you're more likely to get a fake power-up to leave behind you as a landmine. If you're way in the back and need to catch up, you have a greater chance to get something like Gale to knock enemies down, Lightning Rod to stun them, Blinding Light to cast a blind, or even Light Travel, which allows you to port right to the next checkpoint. It will take a lot of coordination to beat the competition in this race, but there is a chest at the end that rewards you based on how you did in the race. You can get quartz crystals there and also the Wind, Sun, and Lightning back pieces. Next up is a new mini-game called Belchers Bluff, where players will take turns taking sips of Omnom Berry juice or bluffing in order to see who runs out of stamina first. In this game, players can compete against each other or take on the Belchers Bluff Masters located in all the home instances in the major cities. Defeating one of the masters in a home city allows you to unlock a signature skill which you can use to battle other players or the other NPCs.
That foul-tasting sludge has sure done me timbers a number.
While this advanced game of rock, paper, scissors is a permanent addition to the game, there is an achievement called the Grandmaster of which is only available during the Bazaar of the Four Winds content. To unlock this achievement, you have to beat the Grand Master of Belchers Bluff. His name is Poyaki, and he is a Hylic located on the Bazaar docks. Fans of PvP have reason to rejoice as the new Skyhammer map is being introduced with this patch.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
The Skyhammer is part of a high-tech Asura lab built across a series of high desert plateaus. It's a very vertical-driven map with many ways to knock people off platforms to get extra points. There's also jump pads which have been proven popular in other areas of the game. Like the other PvP maps, this is a 3-point conquest map, but there's a twist. If your team manages to control the huge floating laser cannon, then you have the power to change the tide of the battle. Okay, a little to the left, a little to the right. Perfect. Boom! In the face! In the face! Last but certainly not least is a complete overhaul to the achievement system, including a new UI and new reward structure. The new achievement panel now shows you a summary page with a recently completed achievement section and a nearly completed achievement section. As you hit certain achievement point totals, you will unlock rewards for your account. Permanent bonuses such as Gold Find, Magic Find, Karma Gain, and Experience Point boosts are unlocked as permanent account-wide bonuses. In addition, you'll get things like gold, laurels, and even weapon and armor skins. Now, all of the reward tiers are retroactive, so that all of the achievement points you earned thus far will count towards your rewards. However, retroactive rewards are only awarded once per day, so it could take several days before you get all your reward tiers. As you can tell, the Bazaar of the Four Winds is shaping up to be a gigantic patch that not only improves some core features of the game like the achievements, but also adds fun new minigames and activities, new PvP map, and all a bunch of different rewards. I'm certainly excited about this patch, and I hope you are too when it lands on Tuesday, July 9th. Don't forget to keep it locked and dialed to Massively.com for all your MMO news, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.